Welcome back, everybody. Her television career spanned more than 2 decades, and in that time, author Carol Andrews says she learned a whole lot about the media and how to publish a book and really just about life in general. And now she's on a mission to help others by teaching prospective authors how to get their projects out of their heads and into the marketplace and even turn a profit while they're at it. She recently wrote the book titled From Author to Entrepreneur: What I Wish Someone Had Told Me. That is a great title. And we welcome to the show author Carol Andrews. Thank you so much for being with us.
Welcome. The whole 2 decades thing, though.
Yeah?
Then you start feeling really old.
No.
Yeah.
We are all in the same boat, girl. Wise. Time flies by.
Wise and experienced, and yeah, it's all good.
I'll take it.
It flies by.
It does, and it was a good time. It was actually a very good time, and a time to learn a lot about me, about TV, about media, and then what people are afraid of, and then try to take that fear away.
I'm going to kind of steer the other way just for a quick second, Lanza. Speaking of a good time, you went to the Country Superfest this weekend, girl.
I did. I tweeted one of your
Was it a lot of tight pants and boots there?
You know, tight pants, boots, but I love country music.
So do I.
I really do. So I came down with a friend, and it was my Christmas gift. Either it was my husband wanting to get rid of me.
Christmas coming or Christmas
No, the past one.
Okay.
Either he wanted to get rid of me or something, but he sent me to Florida. I've had a great time.
How nice.
And the artists were great. So
I think everybody had a good time.
It really was. It was hot.
Yeah.
But it rained Thursday, so that cooled it off a little. If you didn't walk around the Fan Fest, you didn't burn up completely, so it wasn't too bad. And the crowd was pretty nice and pretty good, and I didn't see too many police doing anything other than just walking around. So
very good.
That was pretty nice.
That's a good time. So you did start in the media.
I did.
And you were in the Southeast. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, you kind of mentioned it in passing in the couple of decades.
Yes.
But how was that for you?
I'm a law school dropout.
I
will just tell you.
Unless you got in there.
I am a law school dropout, and I had to find a job, and TV was it. I can read. So I went into news, and I was a reporter and an anchor for the better part of that. So I've worked for NBC affiliates, ABC affiliates, Fox affiliates, and CBS affiliates. So,
wow.
Yeah.
You've been through them all.
The last one was
Most of
your
them.
sister station, so in Greensboro. So
Yeah, that was a good one there.
yeah, very good, very good. Got a lot of good friends still there.
So you actually wrote a children's book,
I did.
The Giggle Wind.
And another one here.
Yes. Now,
Speckled Angels.
I love the title of this. Now, one of the characters in this book is Elizabeth. She's a
Right.
child, and she and her family live in Panama City Beach,
They
Florida.
lived in Panama City. We went on vacation to Panama City, and I was enamored, because I'm just a little geeky that way, I was enamored by these things sticking out of the ground. So I had to figure out what they were, and they were lichens. And in my book, the lichens talk. And they smile and they giggle for people who are kind to the environment. So all my books are pretty much centered around kindness, and this one is kindness to the environment. So they giggle for the family. They didn't giggle for the mom because she used to throw stuff in the water and that sort of thing. So they didn't giggle for her. They giggled for her daughter because she was kind. And in the end, mom's happy too.
Well,
Now, what inspired the children's books?
This one, I was anchoring, and I was really sick of hearing stories about girls that don't like science.
Oh.
So I wrote a book. I said, well, let's make a fun science book. And that's exactly the premise of the Giggle Wind, to do something fun with science. So the science is real. I used a picture from a man who shoots for National Geographic to base my characters on. And he called me, he said, is that true? I said, well, your part of the science is true. The legend is only true in my head.
Yeah. I love that you've done some children's books, and that kind of brings us to the next kind of chapter in your personal story, something we have in common. We took a break from our television careers to be mommies.
Yeah, and I think that's good, and it's something that women, if you're inclined, should be able to do. Take a break, and when you're ready to come back, if there's an opportunity, by all means, come back. I was fortunate, obviously you were fortunate too, and able to come back in TV and do it again for another 6 years, and then I retired again.
Is that when you started doing greeting cards? I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
it is.
I would love to do
And I apologize.
Like sweet cards.
Yeah, I apologize because I didn't bring those with me. They were the product, and I'm sure a lot of your viewers, we've all been through something. Mine was a divorce, and when I finally came back into my own and I went back freelancing in television and doing those sort of things, I started just kind of drawing and doing watercolors. And you'll notice when I send you a pack, that I will. I most certainly will.
I want my cards.
I most certainly will. But I noticed that I can't draw faces, so there are a lot of hats in everything that I do. And the wind's always blowing, so the hair's always in your face, which is kind of what happens to me. So
That's great.
Very neat.
That's cool.
but everything is inspirational.
Now, your when you were freelancing, from what I understand, one of your freelancing gigs was only supposed to be for a couple of months and end up 6 years later.
It actually was only supposed to be for 4 weeks. When I went when I went to WFMY, which is in Greensboro, and another Gannett station, when I went there, I was going to be there and fill in for one of their anchors for 4 weeks, and
6 years later.
6 years later,
There it is.
It's funny how
They
that
sent me home.
happens.
That says a lot about your character.
It
though.
does.
Good job.
you know, they're
And how
lovely
good she is
people,
at
and
it.
so thank you.
Well, I hope
awesome.
you didn't plan to just be with us for one segment, because we're going to keep you for another. You never
We got
know
some
where
more
that
chat
could
to
lead,
do,
right?
I'm excited. Thank
We
you.
want to talk more about the latest book, and we're going to chat also about what you think about kind of up-and-coming authors, what advice you have for them in terms
Absolutely.
of publishing, and really what you wish someone had told you. And we